Hey everyone, it's Sunday afternoon around 3:40 p.m., July 8th. Wanted to make a little video here, give you guys some updates, share some information with you, and kind of just provide some value to you guys. Maybe you're not aware of what's going on. Maybe it's your first time viewing my video. If so, be sure to, here, I'm going to show you something real quick. Very simple. This is my YouTube channel. Right here, there's a subscribe button. Just click on that and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And there'll be a little bell here as well. And if you want to get notified when I put out a new video, click on that as well. So this is basically my channel, basically where I share ways that I'm generating income online, as well as me being on various social media sites. Facebook is one of the main ones I focus on. There's other ones that I also focus on as well. There's Crypto World, there's Facebook, Twitter, FutureNet, Instagram, my blog. I'm looking to get involved in some other ones, but I haven't done that yet. So those are the main areas of ways to contact me. Certainly send me a friend request, connect with me if you're interested and like-minded and looking to generate some income online or some part-time income, full-time income, whatever your goal is. Basically up to you how hard you're going to work and what you're going to do to get to your goals. So I don't want to falsely assume that you want to make a lot of money or $1,000. I don't know what a lot of money is to you, so you got to decide that for yourself. But once you decide that, you need to take the next step and put a plan in place to get there. So whatever your goals may be, please connect with me, voice your goals and your plans and what you'd like to do, and I will assist you in pointing you in the right direction and assist you where I can. But again, don't come into this thinking it's just going to be an easy lottery ticket and you're going to make a lot of money and not do any work. If that's the case, don't even bother. Save yourself the headache. Don't waste your money and just don't get involved. When you're ready to work hard for what is going to be yours, you're creating something for yourself. When you're ready to do that, that's the time that you should look to get involved online. In the meantime, if you're not ready to do everything at one time, at least start changing your mindset, do some self-development, learn some new skills online, maybe figure out how to do online marketing. And then when you're ready, actually, go forward and invest in an opportunity and invest in yourself, get you to that next level. So, certainly don't quit your day job thinking that, you could just do this overnight. Basically, I've heard some really good recommendations from some of the top leaders in the industry saying that, you'll know when the time is right to quit your job. You'll know, when it becomes an opportunity cost for you to go to work because you could make more money doing stuff online than you would at work, then you know the time is right. Also, you got to find your identity. You got to find what you like. You got to find what you're passionate about. So don't rush into quitting your job and doing this. Now, if you're unemployed, that's a different story. Go hard at this, and if you can't find a 9-to-5, work hard at trying to create this as fast as possible. You have all the time in the world if you're not working to do what you need to do to get to where you want to get, right? So different people, different situations, different strategies that you should take to build your business. But basically, don't look to scale your business to make more until you're actually making something. So you got to get to the point where you're actually making some money first before you could think about scaling it. Like if I'm only working 1 week and I'm making $1,000 a week, if I work, full time, well, maybe I could make that much more. Until you get to the point where you're actually making some money in a opportunity, don't try to get involved with multiple. Don't try to get involved and continue to join new things. Figure out why you're not doing well in the one that you're in. And create some self-development for yourself. There's a lot of resources out there. There's a lot of people out there that you can follow. If you have no budget right now, there's a lot of free information. So basically what you got to do is put the time and the sweat equity into doing it is basically what I'm trying to say here. But that wasn't really the purpose of this video. But I always like to share some honest, transparent things with people that are watching my videos so that they don't get the false impression that this is a lottery ticket. Well, not for me anyway. If you're looking to join my team, I'm gonna expect you to work hard. And the harder you work, the more I'm going to assist. So it's a give and take. It's not a free ride. And whatever you're going to do for yourself. And it's going to be very meaningful to you because you're creating that stuff for you. So it's a lot better than making someone else rich, right? And really, the honest truth is you got to get out of the employee mentality and into the entrepreneurial mentality. And that's the only way you're going to find yourself doing very well online, because you're going to be your own company. You're going to be responsible for everything. And yes, you'll have leadership and you'll have sponsors that are resources for you to reach out to. But in the end, it's really going to be what you do and how you do and, things like that. You're not going to just get, free things just by signing up. Okay? So I don't want to burst your bubble or anything like that, but I do, want to make sure that you know that I'm being honest with you from the beginning. I'm not selling you a bill of sale to just get your commissions. Nothing like that. So just, if you're ready, get started. If you're not, figure out what you need to do and take those next steps to change your mindset, change your mentality, get your work ethic in place, and don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to learn something new. Those are all really good tips that you guys should be writing down. And just remember, when you're struggling and you're having a hard time, that means you're learning something new and you're progressing forward and you're growing as a person. So just try to grow a little bit each day, and you'll get there. All right, just the idea is not to give up. Okay, so back to this. Certainly make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me, connect with me on Facebook. All right, so let me get rid of Facebook. So this is this is the actual page that it looks like when you guys come to it and look at it. It's basically a page where you can put all your opportunities. Now again, going back to what I just said, if you're just starting out, you're not going to have multiple opportunities, and you shouldn't try to do different opportunities. Now, if you start with one and you just don't like it, yeah, it's okay to pick another one. But once you find one that you like, but you're struggling, just keep working at it and get successful in that one before you start getting another and getting another and getting another. And ideally, what you want to do is, after you become able to earn income in one, use the income that you're generating from that one to maybe branch out to the next one. Try not to sink a lot of personal money into it and create a lot of debt for yourself, because that's not the goal. The goal is to get started, create that skill set that you need to be a leader, build your team, and have your team and yourself create the leverage that you need to generate the income without going into huge debt. You don't want to go and take out loans to do things. You want to grow it organically. It might take time. It's not going to be overnight, but that's the goal. That's the one that, people that do it that way are the ones that are making the most profits, because you don't have to worry about getting all this money back that you put in. And that's the benefit of network marketing. You don't have to put a big investment like you would normally do with a franchise to create a business for yourself online. Now, of course, there's might be some startup costs, a website, domain names, various things you're going to have to do to create your brand. But once you get flowing and you start generating some commissions, you can start using those commissions to pay for those things that can, create that leverage and that exponential growth for yourself. So this page right here, you could join. Just click right on the top here. It's $10 a month if you decide to keep it, and it's just a way for you to put your opportunities in one place for someone to come take a look at. So instead of sending those multiple text messages in Facebook or phone, all you gotta do is send them your one link. Now, ideally, you want to create a nice domain name for yourself that you can use to point to this site. That way, you just send out your link to this person, ask them to take a look at your portfolio, and then from there, they could decide out of the ones you have listed and the details that you talk about on this page, they could decide which one's most interesting to them. And maybe they don't know which one to do, but maybe they'll have a list of 2 or 3 that they send back to you, say, hey, which one do you think is best for me? And then at that point, you can guide them in the right direction. So this is one that I've actually been involved with for a very long time. It's at least 5 years now that I've been doing this, and I haven't really put it on here because I don't know. I've been just doing it organically, word of mouth. But I figured since I have this and it's available and I'm following it and I know a lot about it, if you're interested in getting healthy and generating some income, you should take a look at this and contact me. It's a really good product. The shakes taste awesome. Various configurations. If you're looking to lose weight, gain muscle, if you're an athlete, if you're a person that's just looking to take some pounds off, whatever it may be, there's different different products and different things that can be tailored to meet your needs. So if you're interested in that, certainly reach out to me. I put a little video here of one of their corporate videos so that you can kind of learn a little bit about it. And you can click here and go to my website. So I added that recently just because I've had it. I just haven't been putting it on the residual income page. But it does have an earning income opportunity as well as allowing you to get healthy if you want to get healthy. All right, so this is the page when it's all configured. But I wanted to give you like a behind the scenes look real quick. This is how easy it is. You just kind of fill out the different boxes with text. You fill in the boxes, you select things from pull downs, and you just configure it. So it's very simple. It's not like you need to be a programmer to get this configured. It's very simple. Here you can, set up your background images, your, as you see here, I have different banners. These are standard banners that you use, 728 by 90. You have various options that you could do. I chose to do the full-blown all across the page banner, but you can have different options on what kind of banner you want to use. So that's basically my portfolio here. All these links will be in the video description. So going back to, did I close that? No. So going back to my channel here on YouTube, you come to if you're watching one of my videos, on the bottom here, you should always look underneath. So you can subscribe here, and then right here is a bunch of information that I normally put, and there's even more. So make sure to click that show more so that you can see what's going on. Otherwise, you're just going to get like the first 3 or 4 lines. And I try to put the most important information right here in case you don't click the show more. But if you wanted to know more, or like for example, I provided some articles last video of topics that are associated with cryptocurrency, and I put the links for each one of those articles in the show more. So unless you look here, you're never going to even know that the links for the articles are right here. So I'm going to plan on doing the same for this one. I'm going to put some more information in here where if you're interested in one of the things I talk about, you can go directly to the link and read more about it or whatever, So, all right, so that's the YouTube channel. All right, so real quick, what I want to do next is kind of review a couple articles that I think this is going to be something I do each time I have a video. I think it will help benefit you guys. Maybe you're not even aware of the articles. I have a bunch of Google alerts set up where I get these articles sent to my inbox to allow you to kind of keep tabs on what articles are being put out there related to either specific coins or cryptocurrency in general. And it's a nice way to kind of consolidate and get, on a daily basis or multiple times a day. I get tons of emails from Google with new articles and new topics, and they give you the headlines and you don't have to click on them all, but the ones that are interesting to you, you click on and you can get some information. So basically, it's saying that Bitcoin and all the top 10 are doing very well. They're holding their ground. They're pushing up slowly between 7 and 10%. 3%. Basically 6 to 7%. I believe IOTA was doing very well. Over 7% in one day. They talk about 13 billion being added to the capitalization of the overall cryptocurrency market. Now, here's a couple important things that there's other articles linked to these directly, but this is a nice summary article because if you're interested, you could just click here and go and read about the other article. Okay, so basically, the important thing here is Facebook's director of engineering moved within Facebook to the blockchain team. So that really shows that Facebook is really taking blockchain serious. There was a rumor that they might be buying Coinbase. Not sure if that's a real rumor or not, but basically you see here by them talking about the blockchain team and someone that's been with the company for 3 years has decided to move over to that team to lead it, is good news, right? I mean, they're embracing crypto. And originally they actually banned cryptocurrency ads, and they recently kind of stepped back on that and reduced the actually started allowing it again. So they kind of thought twice about blocking it, considering they're actually embracing it themselves. They're allowing some advertising. Now, another big topic here is the Wicklow twins from Facebook. They're linked to Facebook. Remember they got paid off and they started Gemini and all that kind of stuff. So they went and they hired a New York Stock Exchange chief information officer. So they're bringing on people that are very familiar with the stock market onto their teams, and at the they're bringing on the right people. So that's basically it for this one. Like I said, I'll put this in the video description. You're welcome to read it in more detail for yourself, but I just wanted to highlight a couple things. Things are looking good. Pricing on the top, this is a nice snapshot of all the different coins. Basically showing that everything is kind of trekking upwards and it's holding the the floors that have been created. And it's kind of consolidating. Basically, we've seen where let me see if I can bring it up real quick. For example, Bitcoin in general, if you go down to a lower time frame, let's try a 2 hour. So you've kind of seen where it's kind of consolidating. Boom, it gets a burst. Now this is most likely triggered by bots and automatic AIs that are pretty much working the market, and it's hard to know when these are going to happen. But if you happen to buy in on this consolidation, this was a nice run. So then you see there's always a pullback. Once something runs pretty good, it takes a little break. So if you take this and you pull it up to here, you can see it pulled back to the 38.382 fib level. That's a typical retracement. So right here, as it fell back down, this could have been where you might have been targeting a re-entry. So maybe you sold it up here, or as you started seeing it peak. And you also got to keep in mind the resistance levels. So, ideally you got out somewhere over here and maybe you were able to, or partial sell, and then you reloaded down here. And then what you do is you kind of, you check out the next one. So, okay, so, well, this is where it started again, and this is where it went. And look at this time. This time it actually went down to the 50 and 665. So this right here is what people call the golden zone. Ideally, you want to be able to buy a position and ladder your position with partial buys and maybe buy 25%, 25%, 25%. Build a position as it's passing the 50% down to the 65, and then you would have been reloaded for the next run, right? So then the next run happens. Do another one. This is the next entry, next exit. All right, this time it was a little deeper. This time it went down to the 76. But if you would have been partially buying here, and building your position somewhere around here, as you see, it popped again. And it went up to here. So now, again, I'm not giving you advice to when you should buy and sell. I'm just showing you how I kind of approach the charts and use the technical analysis to determine trading ideas. So here's the next one, from here to here. So as you can see, boom, it hit there, and now it's bouncing around the 38.2. So somewhere down here would have been a possible start of a laddering of a position where you might have got in, and now it's trucking upwards. Now, there's still a good chance that it could still come down to the 50 or the 618, and certainly as it's coming down here, if it is, like maybe you would have bought a little bit up here, but then if you see it start turning over and coming back down, I would wait somewhere between the 0.5 and the 0.665 area to buy another partial position in your, for Bitcoin. So get yourself, set up to get the next burst. But you can see, like, this has been the storyline with Bitcoin right now. Consolidation, sell off, boom. Consolidation, a little bit of sell off, boom. Sell off, boom. It's repeating itself, and what it's doing is it's creating, is a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and ideally we want to see a higher low. And what you got to do is you got to kind of consider these important levels. This was a resistance. This is a resistance level somewhere around here, right there. See, so it went up, couldn't break it, but then look, now it became a floor, right? So now it went up again. If you look back here, you can see this is a resistance level, and this could be a possible floor. So right now, what you could be looking for is to see, based on these resistance levels, what's a possible retracement. So when you put your Fibonacci retracement on here, start from here to here, you start noticing where the possible floor is. So this is the possible floor right here. Look at that, right on the 50. So if I were you, I'd be waiting possibly for it to come down here and test this floor, this floor that was a ceiling. See how it hit, rejected, hit, rejected, hit, rejected, fell down, finally broke through, boom. Came to test it, kind of fell through, went around a little bit in consolidation, broke down. Now it tried to go up. This was resistance. This was resistance, resistance, resistance. Breaks through, all the way up. Now the next obvious one is it's going to come back down and possibly test this previous resistance is now going to hopefully be a floor. So if you were to draw an arrow, I would say that is a good possibility that it could probably go down to the 50, and then we would be looking for a possibility that it would go back up from there. So this would be the entry somewhere around here, and then what you'd want to do is somewhere around here you get involved, and then you got to kind of pick where you think the resistance level, the next one down, would be. So if it protects, if it actually this floor is maintained, then you could kind of hide your resistance, your stop loss back there, and then kind of decide, do you wanna just get out at this previous resistance, or do you want to take a chance that it's going to break through? So even here, even if you just get in when it touches the 50 or build a position down in this area and get out at the previous upward resistance at 7,800, you would still make 6 times, a 6x on your trade. So you would make, 6 times on your trade, assuming you have a nice tight stop loss. So that's, you're looking at a $125 profit very quickly here. All right, so that was it for that. Kind of got on a tangent there, but anyway, yeah. Also, they're talking about having a head and shoulder pattern happening here. So you can see some shoulders here. This is the head, and this is what they're calling a previous shoulder. So it could actually come down. To there. Let me get rid of this. Get rid of this. I'm not doing too well with these arrows, but you get the point. So if this is any, if this is going to be the floor, then really you might want to wait until it comes down here, because after it hits here, if it's going to follow the head and shoulder pattern, then it could shoot back up. The other way, all the way up to here. So this might even be a better trading option. You wait a little longer for it to come back down. It'll test this support level over here, this floor. See this right here? It went up, tested it, it made it. Over here it did the same thing. Came down, kind of held it, and went up. And then all of a sudden there was a steep drop off. Nothing you could do about that. But it has been tested a couple times on this level as well. So this might be a lower risk trade. Wait for it to come back down to 6,400. And then maybe get out at 7K or something like that. And that'll be like a nice, $600, which is like a 10% trade on your, on a single Bitcoin. All right, so we're at 26 minutes. All right, so that's enough about that one. Another topic here to consider is that crypto exchange Binance expects to $1 billion in 2018. And then they go on to say that they've only, up until July now, they've only made 300 million of revenue. So it looks like they're looking to do twice as much volume in the second half than they've done on the first half, which would mean that, either a lot of volatility or a lot of new money is going to be coming in. And with the next article that I'm going to show you, that's really all I wanted to say here. And I'll put this in the video description so you can come and take a look at it. But the final thing I wanted to mention is the CBOE files a new Bitcoin ETF. So basically, the last time around when ETFs were being reviewed by the SEC, they had not made the determination that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. Now that that has been made, that they're not securities and they're utility tokens, there's going to be less stringent, like they don't have to be regulated because they're not securities. So that's going to open up and relax the requirements of them being able to approve the EFTs. So once the EFTs are approved, there's going to be a lot of new money coming in. So, right now, this is okay. So next topic I want to talk about. Let me close out my other window. Next topic I want to talk about is everyone right now is looking to sell, but the smart money is looking to buy. So if you kind of map that to let me see if I can bring both of these up here and just kind of shrink them down so we could see both. So if you kind of map this typical cycle of a stock market and the emotions that people go through in the trading and owning the security, they go through an upward and a downward, and this is pretty much where we are right now. And this is applicable to stocks and cryptocurrency. This is just human nature and how people feel when things are happening with their portfolios and the money that they have invested, or things that are going on. So there's no difference here, no matter what. Kind of lost my. Alright, here's that one. Alright, and here's the other one. So this is a Bitcoin. So someone posted this on Steemit, and basically kind of mapped a typical cycle, market cycle, as it applies to the cryptocurrency. So as you can see, we've gone through the peak, the euphoria. Now we're anxiety, denial, fear, panic, anger, depression, and just like they say here, down here in this range where it's just kind of sitting around at the bottom is the maximum financial opportunity. This is where the smart money is building a position. The smart money is picking the right programs, the right ICOs to invest in, and getting themselves ready for when things come out of the lull and either an EFT gets approved or Facebook buys Coinbase, any regulation that's going to be positive to the cryptocurrency, I think we're going to see a quick recovery, a lot faster than we've seen in the past, because there's going to be a lot of new money involved. And as I mentioned in another video, out of the 21 million coins that are supposedly going to be available, a good 6 million of them don't exist anymore. So the supply and demand, you really can't assume a 21 million coin inventory out there, because like 6 million of them are gone forever, so they'll never be back. So you got to think about 15 million instead, which is a 30% reduction in total supply, which should increase the supply and demand curve, which will inherently less supply, demand's going to increase, prices are going to skyrocket. So smart money is getting ready to, they believe in cryptos, and you got to realize that market structure and market change and market, technical analysis, nothing has changed in terms of how Bitcoin operates and how the other cryptocurrency operates. If you believed in it before, you should still believe in it now. The only concern is uncertainty because of all the regulations, and we've made a lot of progress on that because the SEC has marked Bitcoin and Ethereum both non-security items. So that opens the door for those two for sure, for EFTs to get approved this year, which allows institutional investors a ton of money, and these investors are going to have to hold a lot of these coins, so the whole manipulation is going to kind of go down, because there's going to be, the whales are not going to have as much manipulation of it as they've had, because there's going to be bigger players coming in that are going to suck up some of the inventory and maintain it, because they have to hold it, right? They can't just it's not futures where you're betting against it. You're actually going to, some of the accounts are actually going to be qualified to actually store the cryptocurrencies in offline wallets, so that they're out of chance of hacking, they're out of chance of that, but they're gonna have to get audited that they actually have these coins. So there's a lot of good news coming out here. You just got to be patient. I know you guys, you're kind of depressed. Maybe you bought in up here and it's all the way down here. But if you're smart, if you have the budget and you have the capability of doing so, I would certainly suggest you averaging your position down and buying some more and bringing your cost basis lower over time as we get through this lull. And there's still targets by the end of the year of Bitcoin hitting 25,000. So even if you did buy up here, by the end of the year, you're still going to find, even if you don't buy any more down here to bring your cost basis down, by the end of the year, you could still see yourself at 25 to 30% profits, which, that's still a good return. You're not going to make that in any bank. You're not going to do anything like that. But just look further. Look further a couple years out, where you might be a little upset at this moment, but it's going to be, you're going to be down here, and even over here. Like if you later on, if this is where you are now and it's all the way up to here later, that means Bitcoin could be at 50, 60, 70, $100,000. And yeah, you bought in at 20, but right now you're at 3. If it's at 100,000, you're at 5x. So don't get caught in the short term. If you're a true believer in cryptocurrency, build your portfolio and create a holding for the longer term. And there's nothing wrong with trading the short term trends. I mean, there's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be the ability to get in and get out and make some money, but build your long-term position, cost average your positions, do all those kind of things. But in the end, do what you're comfortable with. Make sure you kind of do your due diligence and feel that you're comfortable doing it. Don't just go by what I'm saying here. It's just my opinion. It's basically, I'm kind of conveying what I'm doing, not suggesting that anyone should do what they're doing. I'm just kind of giving you an option of what one person that's presenting it to you on YouTube videos is doing, and ideally, you should be watching some other people and hear what they have to say, and then come up with your final decision for yourself, right? That's just, you always got to do the diligence of making sure what you're doing is good for you, and just don't go blindly with what someone else is saying. All right, so that's for that. That's that. All right, I'm going to keep these open so I can put them in the video. All right, and so lastly, I want to talk about, and I'm trying to get this done in 45 minutes. I got another 10 minutes. I want to talk about CoinMD because we have a couple promotions that are being extended until midnight Monday Eastern time for anyone that gets started. So a couple of ongoing promotions that were going to end, but the company decided to give it another day or two because of some website issues. So basically, if you come to the exchange and you buy CoinMD, if you buy 1,000 of them, you're going to get an extra 500. If you buy 10,000, you're going to get an extra 5,000. So you're going to get an extra bonus of coins that you purchase on the exchange with Bitcoin. So that's the first one. And all you got to do for that is sign up, enter your KYC, and then you'll have access to the exchange, and you can buy the coins. You don't have to do anything else. Now, if you decide that you want to get started at a membership level, whatever membership you buy, the next one above that you get automatically as a promotion. So if you get started at level 1, you're going to get level 2. You get started at level 2, you're going to get level 3. So it's kind of like, you buy one and you get one, sort of. And then in addition to that, whatever the cost of the membership is, you're going to get 50% back on that cost in a rebate in CoinMD Tether. So using that CoinMD Tether, you can actually go, say you spend $1,000 for $1,100 for a membership, you get $550 back in CoinMDT. You can actually go and buy CoinMD with this CoinMD Tether. So you can use that $550 again to buy some CoinMD for yourself. And then in addition, once you get started and you enter your KYC, and you don't even need to buy a membership or do anything else, you can start referring people to come and take a look at it and get started and enter their KYC. And each time they do that, you're going to actually earn $50 in CoinMD for yourself. So there's no money outlay needed, but you do have to get people to come and take a look at it and give it a serious review, enter their KYC documentation. Every time they do that, you're going to earn $50 in CoinMD. So, you get 10 people to get started, and you're going to have $500 of CoinMD crypto. That's for you without having to outlay any money. So again, you only have until Monday night to do this, which is July 9th by 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. So certainly there's only like one day and 8 hours left for this promotion. So take advantage of it, see who you can get started, have them do their KYC. You can start earning your $50 in CoinMD. If you decide you want to just get started and go to the exchange and just buy some coins to have, you could do that, and you'll get a 50% bonus of the coins you purchase. If you decide you like what CoinMD is all about and you want to get started in one of the levels, and you get the next level as a bonus. So more importantly, after you get started here, the most important thing you need to do is join in to the teleconferences. So there's a Facebook group, Telegram group, and then there's information in the back office. And of course, reach out to me. That's the next steps for you guys. So certainly get started, do your KYC, and start referring people and start earning some CoinMD for yourself. And you'll have that. If you decide you just want to come in and buy some CoinMD, you can go into the exchange and buy the CoinMD and get 50% more. So like I said, if you buy 1,000, you'll get an extra 500. If you buy 10,000, you get an extra 5,000. You buy 100,000, you get an extra 50,000. So that's how that works. So again, these are going to expire Monday night, 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. So take advantage of that. The links for all this stuff will be in the video description. I actually did pretty good with this final one. It's only 40 minutes, so hope you guys got some value out of this video, and I look forward to having you subscribe to my YouTube channel connect with me on social media, join CoinMD with me, and I'll guide you in the right direction depending on what your goals are. But come take a look at it at least on the, let's see where my, do I still have it open? I might have residual right here. So right here, all you do if you want to take a look at it and get started, click on this link right here. There's a video here that talks about it. Yeah, again, actually I didn't mention it. There's a 30-day free trial as well, so you don't have to pay anything. You can join, get your KYC in there, and start referring people who do the same, and start earning $50 in CoinMD. Like I said, you can come in and just buy the coin. You get extra 50%, and that's it. So I'm going to cut the video here. I'll make another video tomorrow for you guys. Take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I look forward to connecting with you.